we really underestimate the powers of our words and the kind of words we use, not just the speech, but even the tone. I heard this idea. I'm inspired from Rabbi Stephen Exler, my friend. If you look at the first chapter in Devarim, third verse, it tells us Moshe Rabbeinu is rebuking the Jewish people close to his death. And he learns this idea that if one wants to be successful in giving constructive criticism that it should be received, one should do it close to their death. He learns it from Yaakov Avinu. How does he learn it from Yaakov? Because Yaakov on his deathbed starts to talk to his children. And his firstborn, Reuven, he says to him, you know why I'm rebuking you now? And I should have done it earlier? Because I was afraid that you might go and take it the wrong way and join my brother Esav. I'm thinking, what? Reuven, who's one of the Shiftei Ka, one of the tzaddikim of Yaakov Avinu. But if Yaakov would have given him Musar, and he was afraid that maybe Reuven would take it the wrong way, even if he did it the right way, he was afraid that what could be the consequences? He'd run away to Esav Harasha. That shows you the power of our speech. How careful we have to be when we're offering criticism, when we're critiquing people. I want to talk about an experience that I had this past week. I joined my friends, the Cutlers, and their company, joining forces with the police department, gave out hundreds of pounds of free vegetables and fruit. And I joined them. And we went to a depressed area not too far from where we live. And these people lined up, almost 250 people lined up. And unfortunately, we were waiting for a delivery through the police department of some chickens. They never showed up. They showed up much later. And we just said, the people are waiting in a line already over a half hour. We have to start. And so people came with their wagons and their bags, and they were appreciative. And all we could say in the beginning was, I'm really sorry you had to wait. And then we give them their food. We'd give out the produce. And then we wish them, have a blessed day. But I was realizing every time every person came up to me and I gave each person, I said, I'm sorry you had to wait. And they said, oh, it's okay, it's okay. I realized maybe that's not the right way to go. So I started just to say, thank you for waiting. I didn't start with an apology because I didn't want to make them feel bad. I said, thank you for waiting because you're doing me the favor. And you should see the smiles on these people's faces. And I got to know the names and just recognizing people, just switching it around from very small change. My apologies for making you wait, even though it wasn't my fault or our fault, but it was about thank you. Thank you for waiting, meaning because you gave us the opportunity to meet you, to be there for you. So the 9 days, it's a time to work on our speech. It's a time to work on our relationships, to improve ourselves. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to wish everybody a meaningful fast next week. And I want to wish everybody Shabbat Shalom. And if you like what you hear, please pass it on. And let's never underestimate. Let's do our best to use the right words, not just the right tone, but to use the right words. Not so easy, at least for me. Shabbat Shalom.